The Utah Jazz just made one of the smartest business decisions in all of sports. But why aren't more teams following suit? See, before the start of the season, Smith Entertainment Group, the company that owns both the Jazz and the new Utah Hockey Club, decided to slash the prices of 5 of their most popular concession stand items by upwards of 75%. And even though they weren't the first professional sports team to do this, teams like the Atlanta Falcons have shown that cutting your prices actually leads to more total revenue. For example, back in 2018, when the Falcons decided to cut the prices of their most popular items by 50%, the team saw a subsequent increase in per fan spending of 16%. Not to mention merchandise sales increased by 80%, and thousands of fans started arriving upwards of 2 hours early to games, which helped massively with wait times. And in their first season with lower prices, the Utah Jazz have already seen sales of their 5 discounted items increase by 80%, with fans praising the team for this decision. So if this is such an obvious success, then why aren't more teams doing the same thing? Well, the short answer is because they're not allowed to. That's because for the majority of professional sports teams in America, they don't even control their own concession stands. Instead, most teams choose to sell their concessions rights to a food and beverage provider, who will, in exchange, pay the team tens of millions of dollars every year, as well as 50 to 60% of gross revenue. Now, teams love this arrangement because it's guaranteed revenue every single year. But the trade-off is they lose control over things like prices, staffing, and menu selections. This often leads to these food and beverage providers setting crazy high prices and understaffing their concession stands to more quickly recoup their initial investment, which not only leads to bad service, but frustrated fans. And even though teams like the Jazz and Falcons seem to be setting the standard for what good, affordable concessions can look like, it's going to require a lot more rich owners turning down a guaranteed check worth tens of millions of dollars every year for anything to change. So I wouldn't hold my breath.